I'm Raymond with 3 Deuce Quilting in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're proud to have our friend Nedra Sorensen here today from Triangles on a Roll. And she's going to show you how to do triangles very, very easily. We're going to feature 60 degree, which is in this quilt here, which is called Candy Kisses, and it's one of those popular patterns we're selling in the store right now. You'll love this. This is really, really cool. She's going to show you how to do it the easy way. Nedra, it's all yours.
Thanks, Ray. 60-degree angle quilts are so popular right now. If you look in quilt magazines, so many of the patterns show equilateral triangles that are done in projects. And a lot of times we want to sew those quilts, but to put them together with all of their bias edges can really be a nightmare. I know people that starch and baste and then pin, and they still don't work out with all their points matching. I'm going to show you a way that makes them easy and accurate, and you're going to love it because I do. So the first thing I wanted to let you know about is that Triangles on a Roll, all of our products come on 50-foot rolls. This is also, they also come on 50-foot rolls for our 60-degree angles. I'm going to show you for this tutorial the 60-degree angle, which is an equilateral triangle, but we also have papers that come in 4 different angles. We have papers that come in a 22-degree angle that we have up here. We have 36-degree angle, 45-degree, and then the 60-degree that I'm going to show you today, but the same technique works for all 4 angles. Okay, the paper, once you unroll it, all of the instructions are here on the outside, and you also have instructions on the inside. So if you can't remember everything I'm saying, it's okay. You have little prompts and things that'll help you know how to use this product. You'll take the wrapper off, and I like to stick it inside the tube, so I always have the size that I'm working with and the directions handy with me. I also go to the dollar store, I get these little elastic rubber bands, and I just slip them over, so when I'm done using this product and I still have some left over, I can just throw it in a drawer and it's safely together. So the first thing you want to do is to open up your product and look at it. Now, with this product, with our angle, they're called triangle papers. They come in 2 different sizes. You can make 2 different angles. You can either make a 6-inch, that's right here, or you can make a 3-inch. And so those are the 2 sizes that are available on our paper. All the instructions are on the inside. It even shows you how to cut them out. Today I'm going to show you how to make the 3-inch. If I'm going to work with the 6-inch, I would work within those lines. And we have blue lines or red lines. You can work with either one. But today I'm going to show you how to do the 3-inch. So for the 3-inch, I simply cut along that line, because I'm only going to work with that. I just cut that off, you can see here, and you just throw that part away. So to start out, I've taken my paper and I've decided the length that I want, because you have a 50-foot roll to work with. And then I will roll up the other end, and I'll put it with a little paper clip on the end. So I just work with this amount in my machine, makes it easier. And then as I sew, I'll roll up this other end and unroll this and put another paper clip here and just work with a small area at my machine. With each of these angles, we also have a companion ruler. If you can see that, this is the 60-degree ruler. You need to work with the companion ruler with this paper because this is a foundation technique. It's not paper piecing. A lot of people say, oh, is that paper piecing? We don't do any sewing from the back side. We do everything on the top, which is the foundation. So you use that foundation, the companion ruler. It also has a little notch at the top. So if I'm going to work with the 6-inch, it says on the instructions to cut a 6.5-inch strip of fabric, usually by the width of your fabric. For the 3-inch, you cut a 3.5-inch strip of fabric. Then you'll take your companion ruler and you'll lay it with the notch to the top, and then you have a little line right there, the line along the bottom part of your fabric, and you'll rotary cut here and here. And then you'll flip it over and cut here, and you can kind of see that right here. Because I have multiple layers, within a few minutes can get a whole stack of 60-degree triangles. So within a few minutes I cut 2 different colors. Then you'll take your paper. The very first step is you have to lay your fabric right within those lines, those triangle lines. And this is why it's so important that you cut this fabric exactly accurate, because you're working with this as a foundation. So that's, if I were to give one tip, I'd say make sure to cut your fabric exactly accurate with your ruler. Then you'll lay with the notch to the top and lay within those triangle lines and just pin in place, or you can use a little dab of glue. You just want to be able to hold that first one in place. And then to do the second one, if the notch is up on this first one, you'll want to lay your notch down right there. And you'll lay it exactly on top within that triangle line right there. Now you have a little red line right here. I make that notch just match right along that little red line. You can kind of see it there. And then you'll lower your stitch to about a 1.5 on your machine. Normally when you turn your machine on, it's about a 2. You just want to turn that stitch down like you do on all Triangle on a Roll products, and that will help perforate that paper, make it easy to tear off when you're done. And you'll lower that stitch and you'll stitch a 1/4 inch. You have a little prompt line right there, and you'll just stitch 1/4 inch seam. It even tells you where to come off. And as you see, when you come off, it's right at the corner of that notch also. And this is called sew and fold paper. So you sew your 1/4 inch seam and you just sew and fold it over. And I just use, sometimes I keep like a little small craft iron by my sewing machine, and I'll just press it over quickly. So you just sew and fold. Now say when you fold it over, it doesn't go exactly to that red line to the next one over. It's okay, this is a very forgiving technique. When you lay your next piece down, so if the notch went up here, the notch down, then you'll want to do notch up. So you just always think opposite, notch up, notch down, notch up. And you have that line again that you'll just lay it, but lay it exactly where it should go. Use the paper as the foundation, so you're not following your fabric, you're following the paper as the foundation. It gives you a prompt again of where to start that 1/4 inch seam, and you just sew and fold. And you just keep doing that over and over and over again until you have your entire row filled. When you're done, you just trim to that line there and that top line there, and you have your row. So for example, if you were to look at this quilt here, these are all, in Candy Kisses, they're all 3-inch equilateral triangle, 60-degree right here. The row goes like this. And the only thing she has done is she's done a polka dot and then some whites and then a polka dot. And she put her rows together here. Now because it's on the paper, it just matches perfectly. The paper just holds all of your triangles perfectly in place. It's the same when I made this quilt. When I sewed this row to that row, I hardly had to use a pin because the paper just holds them perfectly in place. I was so pleased. I just sewed my 1/4 inch, opened it up, and all the points just matched up so well. So I also suggest that you leave your paper on until your project is all sewn, all your rows are sewn together, and then you can pull your paper off. Let the paper do its job and hold those angles perfectly in place. So hope I've given you a few ideas today if you want to make an equilateral triangle quilt. It's so easy to do with our sew and fold papers from Triangles on a Roll.
Thank you, Nedra. One of our most popular classes was the other one that they've done, which is the one you see here. Cactus Needle Quilts did this design by Nedra Sorensen, and it's the Indian blanket, which is very, very cool. The people in the class had such a great time doing it and did really well with it. So it's a great technique, wonderful projects that you can make from it. Available at 3 Deuce Quilting and Triangles on a Roll online. Thank you.